One.
Hi, welcome to our next video of P.A.C.E, which stands for Positive Attributes Contribute to Excellence. My name is Keely Cromwell. I will be your group leader. In today's video, we will talk about how interpersonal communication can be dependent on personal space. Interpersonal communication is an exchange of information between two or more people and how they interact with one another. Feel free to pause the video at any time for your group to complete the tasks in the video, or if you'd like, you may watch it all the way through and then do it on your own. However you feel works best for you. We will now start on our warm-up activity. For our warm-up activity, we will be doing some stretches to loosen up before we all get started on our activity. During this time of stretching, I want you all to answer the question out loud of how do you feel about being in each other's personal space? Is that something you are okay with? Before we will begin, I will announce our participants.
Hi, I'm Savannah. I'm Demetria.
And I'm Sasha.
All right, let's begin with our stretches. Let's start with some toe touches. Let's try to do that for 10 seconds if you can. I also want you guys to answer the question of how you feel about being in each other's space. Are you okay with that during this activity?
Yes, I'm okay with it. Personally, I don't always like people in my space, but I will play the game too.
Great.
And we'll see how it goes.
Okay, thank you all for your feedback. Now I want you to grab your ankle, and it's going to be like a quad stretch. So grab, if you need to hold on to something, you can, but you're going to try and do it for 5 to 10 seconds on each leg. Okay, next you're going to grab your elbow and pull it across your body. You're going to do that for 5 to 10 seconds on each arm. And then when you're done with that stretch, you're going to take your elbow and you're going to pull it behind you over your head. So you're going to grab your elbow and pull it behind your arm. And you're going to do that for 5 to 10 seconds as well on each arm. Good. And then for our last stretch, you're going to do some side bends. So you're just going to reach to the side and stretch and do that on each side for a few seconds. And lastly, if you have a preferred stretch you would like to do, feel free to do that stretch as well. Okay, now we are going to use the twister board and spinner that I have here to play a typical game of Twister. As you can see, we only have 3 participants right here playing, but if you do have more people, more participants, you can get another board or however many you would like to have fill up with enough people. So I will now ask the group members to freeze where they are and to participate in a conversation with the person to their right. Based on what the color has spun on the wheel, each member will take turns and have a 1-minute quick conversation. This will be repeated until everyone has had at least a conversation or initiate the conversation, okay? And then the color coordination for the conversation as follows. Green is something you love. Blue is something that makes you sad. Red is something you like about the other person. And purple will be our wild card. So the members can pick whichever color they would like to answer. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? Does that make sense? Do you have any questions?
No, I'm excited to play Twister.
Okay, let's go. All right, left foot green. All right, right foot red. All right, left hand blue. Okay, right hand yellow. Okay, now for the next one, we're going to start the conversation process, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have right hand blue. Demetria, you are going to start. And for blue, like I said, it's something that makes you feel sad. And you're gonna have a conversation with Savannah.
Something that makes me feel sad is movies, sad movies. Oh. I guess something that makes me sad is not being able to understand directions. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, good job. Let's continue. Now I have left hand green. Okay, so green is something you love. Savannah, have a conversation with Sasha about something you love.
Do it.
Something I love, I'm sorry, it was just really hard to hold my position. Something I love is potatoes. I love any kind of potato.
What's your favorite if you had to pick one?
Loaded baked potatoes.
I do love me some bacon and some sour cream and some.
That's it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I love those too.
Potatoes are nice.
Potatoes
Okay.
really
Are you guys
fun.
ready to keep going?
Yes.
For sure.
Okay, I have left foot yellow. Okay, yellow is something that makes you nervous. Sasha, you're gonna have a conversation with Demetria.
Hey, Meech.
What's up?
Something that I guess makes me the most nervous is not being able, like if I'm in a new place, not being able to really orient myself with like directions. Cause like when you don't have directions, you really don't know where you're going, or like it kind of gets my head a little confused, and I really don't like feeling confused. And so I really don't ever want to feel that way. And that's not something that I ever, like I always try to get the directions when I'm there. And I really don't ever, I don't want to feel that way. I don't like that. And if someone tries to tell me where it is, it kind of makes me mad too. So I really don't, it's like really hard for me to kind of do that,
How do you think you can solve your problem, Sasha? How do you think you can be less nervous? Google Maps.
Google Maps, I think, might be
Yeah.
a good, so that way I kind of know. But even then, it kind of takes a little while to load if you don't have like the location stuff. And so it's showing I'm pointing south when I should be pointing north, and I actually am.
that's tricky.
And so I don't really like that. So I can't think of anything else really.
Ask for directions.
I don't like talking to people either, so like,
I understand that.
So what's a good way for him to, you guys have any suggestions for him?
other than,
Plan before you go.
yeah,
Like let
That's a
the
good
maps
idea.
load.
I guess that's
while
what I
you're
should
home.
do, because I really don't. I
Yeah,
have
then you're
to,
prepared.
Yeah.
I know.
Good.
Cool,
Thank you for sharing.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll go one more time, guys, okay?
Okay,
All right, we landed on a purple, so you guys are gonna stay where you are. Demetria, you're gonna stay where you are, but you get to answer now. So do you want to answer something you love, something that makes you sad, something that makes you nervous, or something that you like about Savannah?
I like that Savannah is very thoughtful. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. You're welcome. I like that you're always really nice. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good. You guys see how this has, you've been close together, but you see how it's worked out.
still kind of awkward.
It is, but you've learned something about yourselves and each other, and you've been able to push through, and you've had effective communication.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great job, guys.
thanks.
Okay, we're back. We're gonna have a now discussion about the twister that we played and the communication that went along with it. So, how did you guys feel about that? Being close and having to communicate, answering questions, but being that close and doing that.
That was fun. I had a good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was kind of awkward just because we're trying to have these conversations so close. But I mean, once you kind of understand that's how it's got to be, you kind of get over it. You have a good time still. And you're playing Twister, so it's fun.
I felt uncomfortable at first, but I had a good time.
Yeah. I do like that you guys were positive. You didn't demonstrate negativity at all. That was good. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions now, okay? Just to see how you guys felt and stuff, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so how do you think things went, or how do you ask for things you want and needs a moment of conversation, such as voicing if a boundary has been crossed, like in real life situation?
I politely let someone know and just let them know, hey, this is something I'm uncomfortable with. And I just talk to them about it and give them a chance to communicate.
Good. Yeah, I feel like we can also like have them reframe. So sometimes they came across a certain way and it could be hurtful, but they can say it in a different way so it's not hurtful and it's more positive. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes
Okay.
sense.
You could say something like, what do you, like, I don't understand. What do you?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for me, mostly, I'm just out of there. I avoid the situation because I don't, if they overstep, I'm just like, I don't need to get mad right now. I'm just going to walk away, which
Yeah.
means it might keep happening, but I just don't address it.
Yeah. Do you do anything else when you walk away? Do you deep breathe or anything?
No, that might be good. I don't really get so upset. It's just like, I just don't want to be in this situation. I
Yeah.
just don't feel like having that conversation.
Yeah, in that moment, like Sasha said, I might would walk away, but I might would return later if I had something I needed to still say or express about the situation.
Good. Good. Okay. So Demetria, how do you feel about taking in what other people say or showing interest in other people?
I think other people have good input and insight on their own things, and it's good to hear their point of view and interests.
Good. I agree.
I don't know if it kind of goes along with exactly what you were asking, but like, I just think it's a good thing to do is always be an active listener, like show it on your face and like make sure
Yeah.
they understand you're listening. And it kind of goes with that reframing where you're like, they say something and you can kind of spit it back to them a different way. So they know, all right, this person's actually listening. And it's just more respectful, especially now with phones and stuff where you could just be in your phone and then they're like, all right, I don't even need to talk to this person.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So what is what's another appropriate response to if you were to get negative feedback when someone is in your space that you could do?
Well, like I said, my first thing that I'm going to do, and I always have done this, is just walk away. Because I don't want to regret doing something that is going to, mess something up for me later. So I've always just been a person that walks away. And I think, like you said, I should try to maybe implement some deep breathing so that way I do calm down. And then maybe like Demetria said, I can actually come back now and address the situation with a cool head. And so I
Good.
don't have to,
I think that's
regret something.
yes. I think that's the best appropriate response to do.
Cool.
Okay. So obviously we've seen some common themes, we did close space and communication. I do feel though, when you were talking to Demetria, you kind of spoke too much and you didn't give Demetria enough time to answer. And so to have like a effective conversation, I think you need to let her speak more.
Okay, give her some space.
Yes.
Okay, because I was just nervous because I got the yellow, so I had to say something that makes me nervous, and I do kind of drag on and kind of I kind of hold on to what I want to say, not hold on to it, but I keep going when
Yeah.
I'm nervous. So like, I guess that's something I could definitely try to work on.
Yeah. Does anyone have any other suggestions?
No, I think also maybe Demetria could have just kind of interjected. I know she's shy and that's probably out of her comfort zone. But if it were me, I would have said, yeah, Sasha, and then kind of kept going into the conversation.
I felt as though it was a little awkward when we didn't have eye contact with each other. I couldn't see him, so I didn't know when was the right time to respond.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that was a little difficult,
Yeah.
I guess. Because I didn't see your face, so I didn't have any kind of input. That's why I kind of just kept going too.
It was hard. You guys were so close, but you couldn't really make eye contact or, well, now that you guys do have a better understanding of communication in a closed space, you guys were honest and respectful of each other. I just want to thank you guys for participating in this group. We really did do effective communication, and we played the game good, and just want to thank you guys. Anything else?
No, I had a great time. Thank you for leading.
No, I do like those concepts though, like the deep breathing, like how I walk away, and then reframing, like you said. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, that's the key to good communication and. Okay.